This is Mike Feinberg reporting for 15 Rounds. I'm standing here with my friend Derik Santos. Derik, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
So let's talk about that Belfort win over Holyfield a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good weekend, like you said. You know, I had a fighter, two boxers and an MMA fighter, pull a victory. Unfortunately, as everybody knows, we weren't able to fight our original opponent, Oscar De La Hoya. And then, Evander Holyfield stepped in, and I have a lot of respect for Evander Holyfield. He wasn't hurt, and he's true. He spoke to me clearly after the fight. It is what it is. I see a lot of people out there. I'd like to talk about the hypocrisy of fandom. There's a lot of people out there saying, "Oh, I can't believe they paid for this," or "Oh, I can't believe that Vitor went out there and hit him hard." And are you kidding me? There were so many forums picking Evander to beat Vitor Belfort beforehand. Then there was people saying, questioning, "Oh, are you guys going to fake this? And is there going to be the special rules like there was in the Tyson-Roy Jones fight where nobody can do this or nobody, can go for the knockout and whatnot?" Everybody liked that, how that worked out, right? And then I said, no, not that I know of. There's not any rules. I can understand where people are like, and then everybody plays the results, right? Because Evander, even though I understand, obviously he's not in his prime. He threw some hard ones out there. He didn't land them, but he threw some hard ones out there. And I'll say this much, right? All the people were saying all that stuff and now are saying, "Oh, this is sad." Well, what exactly did you expect to happen? But you know what is sad? What is sad when a veteran fighter is being used by promotions or whatever to make $5,000, $10,000 a fight, and he's out there getting beaten for 10 rounds. It's not sad, right? When a veteran fighter, a great legend like Hall of Famer, luckily, like I said, he didn't get hurt, but he made a very good payday. For any of the veteran fighters who are out there that are making $1 million payday or whatnot, that's not sad. That's work, and they're allowed. They've earned the right to do that. More famously, so I don't understand what fandom was expecting or wanting. So Vitor goes out there. Vitor trained really hard for 4 months. Went out there every day, gave me his all in training, and then if he was to come out here and walk around and do what David Haye did with Fiorne, best buddies and whatnot, and barely just touch him, they had the nerve to call out Tyson Fury after the fight, right? So Vitor comes out here and does that. Guess what? All the hypocrisy of fandom goes, "Oh, we told you he couldn't fight. We don't want to see him. Well, you know what? He's trying to make a living too. He's earned the right to make a living. He's earned the right to be where he's at and to be a main event, just like Evander was. Again, And it is what it is. You're going to get people who sit at home, keyboard warriors. Guess what? If you offered them $1 million, they'd jump in the ring tomorrow and let somebody knock them out too for $1 million.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So, I get really upset at some of those things sometimes, I have a lot of respect, again for Evander, for all the fighters. I have respect for Oscar. I have respect for Vitor. After the fight, so Vitor's up there with his family, with his kids. And you got classless people yelling obscenities at Vitor. I see his daughters and girls, yelling behind them. That's people that came here, it doesn't matter who they were rooting for, but show some class. Both of these guys were warriors. I show my respect, so did Vitor to Evander. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, whether or not he was not in his prime, he's been training for 2 years. I'm glad he got his date. I'm glad he got, the money he deserves, No fighter should be subjected to that. I'm a very stoic, calm person, and I got into a fight, basically a verbal match with this guy who I'm like, "Yo, you're just unhappy with your life. You're coming here drunk, kissing his biceps and whatnot, and talking about, all kinds of obscenities in front of his family. Because what? Because he was trying to make a living? Come on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Mike Tyson knocked out Michael Spinks. Whatever.
90 seconds.
90 seconds, right? People were getting their drinks or whatever. Hey, you never know how a fight's going to go.
Right.
You never know what's expected. You never know. And again, had Holyfield landed a really good shot or a hot shot or buckled Vitor or whatever, what would the hypocrisy be talking about right now? What would be in the news? The flash of, you see? You know, he hurt him or he this and that and the other. Listen, man, you know what? If Holyfield and Mike want to fight, let them do it. They've earned the right to do it, you know?
Exactly. That's the thing. I mean, taking that away from Vitor, it's ridiculous. Vitor obviously went in, did what he had to do. What he did, his capabilities of knocking down Holyfield in the first twice in the first round, that's a testament to the training that you put in, the training that he put in, the time you guys spent. And, he's deserving of the win. He got the win. He gets to move on, and he should be applauded for what he did.
I mean, you got to understand. Imagine you went to work twice a day, 4.5 hours a day training to get yourself back into shape, to get yourself sparring in and out every day, and then somebody pulls the plug on you and says, no, all that effort went down the drain for nothing, And I know Evander, too, had also been in the gym for, in his own words, for the last 2 years, hoping for an opportunity, on one of these platforms. And Triller gave him the opportunity. Hey, he jumped up. He raised his hand. He jumped up, And, after the fight, like I said, I showed my respect to him. And he told me, champ, I'm not hurt. Good. He actually thought it was the bad stoppage. I'm glad he didn't get hurt. I'm glad he didn't stop, And as for Vitor, like I said, what was he supposed to do? I'm not really sure what the fans were expecting, what he was supposed to do.
He's a fighter. He came to fight. He did what he had to do.
Somebody threw a punch at him. He reacted,